score from 1 to 10 if you can see and hear me. Okay, and let's wait for the latecomers as well. Give them some time to join in. We haven't yet launched our YouTube broadcast. Am I right? So you guys still have time to invite your friends, your acquaintances, people you know, people you care about to this event. Today, we are going to give you some quite interesting figures that I think you will like. At least I like them. So we have at least 4 tens. Good. Okay, then we are ready to start. Are we going to have a YouTube translation, broadcast as well? Good. So hello, dear friends, everyone who is watching us in real time live and who is going to watch the recording of this session. I would like to welcome you all, and I would like to wish you health, happiness, success. It is very important to take a positive approach to life, to what's happening. We are going to witness very interesting events. There is a lot of turbulence in the world of economy and finance, and we have a very good offer for you, which will be a solution to the issues that we'll have to face in the near future. And this is what we're going to talk about. For those of you who are watching us for the first time, by the way, do we have such people who are our first timers, who are attending such an event for the first time? If we have such people, give me a number 1 in the chat. If you are here for the first time, give me a 3, 4, 5 if you are attending this webinar for the dedicated smart portfolio for the 3rd, 5th, or 7th time. And I will be quite glad to see our first timers who came here to listen to our product smart portfolio. I see people who are saying many times, someone says 3, someone says 7. So we have people who know what's what. Very good. Let me tell you a few words about myself. For those who are going to watch us on YouTube, my name is Ivan Poluyanchik. I have been into investing since 2014. I started with bank deposits investments, then life insurance, and I still have insurance policies that will expire by 2029. Not expire, mature. I'm talking about pension insurance policies. Then I studied in the Academy of a Private Investor, and from my studies at the Academy of a Private Investor started my professional journey in investing. Currently, I'm investing actively in the blockchain, crypto industry, cryptocurrencies, and also I'm head of the Smart Portfolio project in EvoReach. Also, I'm a producer on the Cryptounit blockchain. I have my own team of people who are developing products for the Cryptounit blockchain. They started doing it, and by researching different startups, blockchains, over the last 5-7 years, I accumulated a huge wealth of knowledge that I'm sharing with you too. Well, you can see all the basic information about myself on the screen, and let's start to talk about our main topic, which is the smart portfolio itself. For those who do not know how this instrument works, how it can help them address several tasks. we will take a look at the portfolio performance results. Also, we are going to talk about how not to lose money on investing, which is very important. I think lots of people are concerned with it. Give me a 5 in the chat if you lost money and you don't want that situation to repeat. So please, those partners who have experience in losing their money, unfortunately, without it, no investor can do investing, because investing per se implies losing money eventually, big or little. However, very often professional investors have more profits rather than losses that will equalize the losses. And also we will talk about how to make $1,000, $100,000 out of 100. So, and if you want to know how you can turn $100 into $100,000, give me a 100 in the chat. And now let's go to the next slide, please, and let's talk about Smart Portfolio, what kind of instrument it is, why I like it very much. When I found that instrument, I literally was on fire, because it helps us address quite a lot of tasks for crypto investors. Well, first of all, it's an automated algorithm that works on centralized exchanges. Exchanges in themselves are quite complex companies, platforms with lots of charts, buttons, and things happening at the same time. And exchange platforms, they incentivize us to make numerous movements, take several actions, because that's how they make their money, on fees. They don't want a passive investor. So they want us to trade, to stake things, to deal with lots of different instruments. And very often it's quite difficult to figure everything out, or to understand where to invest. There are quite a lot of tokens on the exchanges right now, and all of it is actively developing right now. So Smart Portfolio, first of all, allows us to save our time and resources on apparently easy things, like purchasing and putting together a crypto portfolio. The algorithm itself has the main function of putting together a balanced cryptocurrency portfolio. Well, roughly speaking, if we put aside all the nonsense, this instrument can become the basic instrument for any person who wants to invest in cryptocurrencies. So what are the main, let's say, problems that people face when they try to put together their own crypto portfolio? First of all is the choice of tokens for your portfolio. What to pick? Bitcoin, Ethereum, lots of different tokens are out there. BNB, the top 10 most renowned tokens. But even among them, there is now no 100% guarantee. For example, the Luna token that was within top 5, top 10 in summer, and then successfully went to zero. And now the founder is being sued. And because of this rapidly developing market, we need to decide which cryptos to pick for our portfolio, and you'll have to analyze all of those coins, and it takes quite a lot of time. And also, you need to decide how to allocate crypto across your portfolio. Are you going to do it in equal parts, or take some of the crypto, more of one crypto and less of another crypto? How to weigh all the risks. And The smart portfolio products addresses all those tasks, what kind of crypto to take and how much of it to take. Not, in other words, how to balance your cryptocurrency portfolio. This is its main task. So money will not come out of thin air here. And in order to create that portfolio, you will need to make investments, monthly contributions, quarterly contributions, doesn't matter. But I hope that everyone here understands that investing is a systematic process of investing your own money in order to eventually receive profits. So those of you who understand that, please give me a plus in the chat. If you understand that investment is not about one-off contribution, it's a lifelong process where you build up your capital, milestone after milestone, month after month. It's for $100, $1,000, $10,000, but you build it gradually. And Smart Portfolio will use the funds that you deposited on your exchange account and will manage it. And only you will have access to your funds. The Smart Portfolio's task is to analyze the market and to create a balanced cryptocurrency portfolio for you. And on a monthly, weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, in other words, every 7, let's say 14, 21, and 30 days, it will rebalance your portfolio. Let's say you deposited $5,000 and those $5,000 were allocated across top 50 cryptocurrencies. And in 1 week, they get rebalanced. If there is more money on your exchange account, then like in 1 week, 1 week after you put $1,000 more, then the service will take that money and will reallocate those resources, those funds. This instrument does not do any trading. It's not a trading bot. There is trading. It's an active effort. So within a week, day, week, intraday, or weekly trading. Well, there are short-term, mid-term, and long-term trading. But in trading, the final goal is to buy low, sell high, and make money on the difference between the purchase price and the sell price. Smart Portfolio does not do trading. It does not buy and sell to make speculative income. Its task is to buy and balance your crypto. It doesn't sell. It is you, only you, who can sell and withdraw. You are the only one who can click the button and then sell your crypto and cash out. But if you don't want to do it, or if you want to sell only part of it, then Smart Portfolio will help you do that quickly. You won't have to sell all of the 50 coins that you have in your portfolio. You click on the button, sell 10%, and it will take 10% of each coin and will sell it. So you will have a portfolio which is 10% smaller than the original one. So let's go to the next slide. So the main task of the Smart Portfolio is to save your time. I will stress it on choosing or putting together a portfolio and balancing that portfolio. You won't have to think about what to buy, how to balance, what kind of coins today are in the top, what coins are going to be top coins tomorrow. You just put money on your exchange account, the money is allocated, and the service balances that money. If some crypto disappeared, not a problem. Smart Portfolio will sell that crypto and will replace that crypto with something else. And this is how today, tomorrow, the day after, in 1 month, in 5 years, will always have on your exchange account relevant list of coins, the updated list of coins, the list of coins that are going to be in the top ranking at that moment. I hope that's clear. How the process itself happens when you work with this instrument. It's quite easy. You deposit money, USDT, on your exchange account, and you create a portfolio. You click on the button buy top 50 coins, and that's it. Automatically, the service, this instrument will purchase 50, 30, or 100 coins. So there are three different options: top 30, top 50, top 100. So you buy them. Next, the service will do everything for you. Within a year, while your license is active, valid, your portfolio will be balanced. You can top up your funds, you can sell your portfolio at any given moment. You will fully own the crypto that is on your balance. Nobody's gonna freeze them, nobody gonna seize them, withdraw it, except you. You can always use them when you want to. What matters is that today, in 1 month, in two, in 1 year, we'll have a clear understanding that will be sure that you have the top crypto on your exchange account. Let's go to the next slide, please. And the mechanism of the operation of this service looks as follows. The algorithm from open sources, which is different services like CoinMarketCap, blockchain, all of those are publicly available. You can check all the transactions. The service, the instrument, analyzes a huge database online. I'm talking about the number of crypto, their price, how many tokens, what is the trading volume on the exchange. Quite a lot of data is being analyzed by this instrument. Every single day, it keeps track of all the indicators. And of course, its main indicator is the market cap. It's the share of that crypto in the overall market capitalization of the crypto market. To make sure that this token is a important token. Well, I guess we all know that the most reliable, the most sound token, the biggest token, the king of crypto is Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum. I think that the third place is also quite apparent. Give me in the chat what token do you think ranks third after Bitcoin and Ethereum as one of the biggest representatives of crypto? Give me in the chat which token do you think ranks third after Bitcoin and Ethereum. Tether is a stable coin. It's not a crypto. Its function is completely different. So we have one correct answer. Give me more answers. I know that our translators know the correct answer, that BNB ranks third in terms of capitalization in the list of top tokens. If you go to the CoinMarketCap, you will see that Tether and USDC are stable coins. So if we put them aside, then BNB will be the biggest token. And XRP, by the way, also ranks quite high for quite a long time. Somewhere it ranks, it's within the first five, I think, or six. So yeah, five. I'm not talking about stable coins. BNB ranks third because it's the token of the exchange, and there are quite a lot of traders and participants in there. It has its own blockchain, it has its own exchange, it has its own crypto wallet, it has its own ecosystem, which works. And I hope that you understand what I'm driving at here, what I'm hinting on. So in the first stage of the smart portfolio work, it will collect data and analyze data across the huge board of blockchains and tokens. And it takes that info from different sources, and it will analyze the numbers, crunch numbers. Smart portfolio as an algorithm doesn't have emotions, doesn't have preferences. It's not, doesn't fall prey to advertising, news, or anything. It's interesting in dry numbers. And as soon as the list of potential candidates is created a certain formula is activated, which calculates not just capitalization. No, it takes the averaged capitalization, the changes in capitalization over the last previous period. It's a complex formula that allows you not only to identify the top five tokens, because the market is volatile and the token can in 1-2 weeks appear, skyrocket, make lots of noise, and then disappear. In order to avoid such situations, there are additional indicators or elements to the equation in order to protect the investor from pump and dump. Guys, if you don't know what pumping and dumping is, give me a minus in the chat and I will explain it to you if you don't know this about this phenomenon, pump and dump. Meanwhile, I will move on. So the smart portfolio takes the data, analyzes that data 24/7. It monitors, analyzes the market, and every second or minute, it creates a certain ideal cryptocurrency portfolio. And then using the API keys, it checks whether your crypto portfolio matches its model, ideal model, or not. If it matches, it doesn't do anything. If it doesn't, it does rebalancing of your portfolio. The market situation has changed. The smart portfolio analyzes that information all the time. And then once every 7, 14, 21, 30 days, it will compare the ideal balanced cryptocurrency portfolio and yours. And then it sells some coins, purchases others. In other words, it brings it to the current version of the ideal cryptocurrency portfolio. So this is its main task. It's not a trading bot. Trading bots, they make purchases and then they sell the crypto when the price is 1-2% higher, and that's it. It doesn't really analyze the external factors, external data. Smart portfolio works according to a completely different logic. So I see one person says he doesn't know what pump and dump is. Pump is an artificial raising of the price using or boosting the price using advertising, market experts, people with lots of money. So they push the price up, which is pumping. In other words, the price is pushed upwards, whereas dump is the reverse situation when the coin is intentionally, by manipulations, by news, by some actions taken by major players in the market, is intentionally pushed down. And then if we take the entire cryptocurrency market, it is very susceptible to pumps and dumps because the overall volume is not that big compared to stock market, for example. I hope, Antonio, that now it's clear. Give me a plus in the chat if it is. And guys, if you're asking your questions, then please have it translated by Google Translate first and then post it in the chat, because otherwise I won't be able to read the answer. So Smart Portfolio currently works on 2 exchanges using API keys, Binance and Huobi exchanges. Huobi, by the way, is friendly towards Russian nationals. If Binance takes a tougher stance under the pressure of the regulator, it has to, even if it doesn't want to. So Russian nationals probably should use Huobi exchange. For everyone else, Binance is your go-to exchange. It's the biggest exchange. And currently there has been an attack on the blockchain of Binance. And the Binance blockchain was stopped for 5 hours. And despite that attack, Binance is still the biggest, the most reliable partner in the cryptocurrency industry. Let's go to the next slide.
So the report of the work. Please note that starting from last June, the 27th of May, I started this test portfolio, and which initially my deposit was $700. This is hobby deposit. And in my Russian-speaking webinars, I show how it works, this account. I won't do it today to save some time, but originally I invested 700, I deposited 700, and you see that the market is going downwards, and there is the likelihood that the prices will get down even further. And it's natural because the world is suffering the economic crisis, and you should learn how to benefit from it. So once Warren Buffett says, be greedy when there is blood in the markets, and be cautious when the markets are euphorical. So when all the others are greedy, you should be careful. So when everyone starts buying, when the prices are going up, you should be cautious. But when everyone is stressed, is in panic, the prices are getting down, it is bad, there is crisis, you should be greedy, because the situation sooner or later will change, the crisis will stop, and a new cycle of growth will start. And the prices in the previous crisis cycle in crypto market, it was 2019. Stock market, it was 2008, after the mortgage crisis in the United States. There were very serious shocks on the market, and those who bought stock market assets, stocks, they earned much more, and they earned a lot. Therefore, if next time, next crisis, you would like to have money, benefit from this crisis, because in about 5-10 years there will be another crisis. But those that will feel good, who actually learned something from today's crisis. Okay, let's come back to the statistics. You see that starting from June, Bitcoin was deteriorating. It used to cost about 30,000, whereas now you see every month it gets cheaper and cheaper. And now it is 19,000 approximately. And the fall rate is almost 50%. And what did we do? We deposited 700. We deposited 700 on the exchange, distributed among top 50 currencies. Some days after, the market grew a bit, and we invested, deposited another $132. After that, in mid-June, there was a decline on the market, and I added another $100. Then in August, the market opened new opportunities, and I deposited another 50. So you should not try to buy at the lowest price. So do it systematically with some regularity. And there is a likelihood that the market may get even further down. It's not sensible to invest everything you have. So you'd better do it in some regular shifts. So altogether, we deposited $982 onto the exchange. And what should happen if we bought Bitcoin alone, having this deposit? If we bought Bitcoin alone, we would have 0.03568 Bitcoins. Column number 4 represents the number of Bitcoins you would have as of yesterday, 2 days ago. And you deposited 982, and you possess 0.0356 Bitcoin, which means that this number of Bitcoins costs today $693. After depositing, after investing in shifts 982 onto the exchange, and the amount of Bitcoin today costs 693, which means that your portfolio got cheaper. And in this case, you have minus 29% to your deposit. I think that we all understand what should be done. Should you buy Bitcoin and the price gets lower? Put it down in the chat, please. What one should do to have more money? What should you do if you buy Bitcoin or Apple stock and they get cheaper? What do you need to do to earn more than you invested? So which actions do you need to take when your assets fall in price? And a similar situation, I compared my purchases by using Smart Portfolio with the purchases of Bitcoin. Should you have bought Bitcoin today, you would have $767 with, so should you have invested all this money into Bitcoin, you would have a portfolio of $693. Whereas in case of Smart Portfolio, after depositing the same amount, you would possess today 767. So I believe you all see that investments into Smart Portfolio is more profitable. Look, if you buy Bitcoins, you buy only one coin. If you buy Smart Portfolio, your deposit is distributed among 30, 50, or 100 coins. And all these coins behave in a different way. There are those falling in price, there are those gaining in price. And if the fall rate of Bitcoin was 29%, whereas other coins fall in price by 5% or by 10%, and which means that 50 cryptocurrencies fell in price in lesser rate than one Bitcoin. Hopefully it's clear. Put a plus if you understand that Smart Portfolio with top 50 cryptocurrencies is more profitable than one coin. If you understand this, either 50, 100, so a basket of cryptocurrencies is more profitable than one Bitcoin alone. Put a plus, please, if it is clear, if it makes sense. It's important to understand that these things are interlinked. If Bitcoin falls in price, all the others will follow the same pattern. If Bitcoin gets up, all the others will gain in price, but much stronger. So here in this slide, I showed you from the rock bottom in June, in mid-June, in the left-hand corner, there is a stripe. So this chart, blue and orange, they start from one point. Orange reflects Bitcoin pattern, whereas blue indicates the market, all the cryptocurrencies combined. And Smart Portfolio, by the way, reflects the crypto market. Top 50 or top 100 reflects the performance of the entire market. And as you see, at peak times, you could earn up to 40%, which means should you have deposited at the rock bottom and then took your profits at the highest point, then in a month, you would earn 40%. So please tell me, do you like this figure of earning of 40% a month? Put 4 in the chat if you would like. But we don't know when the rock bottom will happen. And no one may predict. If someone predicts, never believe him, because we may not identify precisely what will happen tomorrow. No one knows what will be tomorrow. And today, all the economies are in crisis, and even the tiniest news may change the situation radically. But we see that the growth rate of Bitcoin over the same period of time was about 28%, whereas the growth rate of Smart Portfolio was about 40%. And when there is a fall, Smart Portfolio, its rate was not as strong compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin even went lower this gray line as it was in the beginning. So in actually mid-September, you can see the negative figures. So Smart Portfolio didn't break this gray lower line. And today in Bitcoin, you would have plus 1%, where Smart Portfolio would earn plus 10% over 3 months. So the market is very volatile with its ups and downs. So where am I heading? And what I'm going to explain. Smart Portfolio is the most effective, efficient tool for long-term investments and accumulation of your capital. When over a long period of time you accumulate some assets, so this is crisis time, we all understand that it will be replaced by growth. Please tell me if you are sure that the crisis one day will end and the crypto market will prosper. Give me 10 in the chat if you agree that sooner or later there will be growth. And our main goal is to manage to earn, to accumulate our capital, benefiting from cheap prices. So there is a back test, so some historical data with the comparison. Should you have bought Bitcoin alone, starting from March 2020 to March 2021, there was a significant growth cycle. Bitcoin grew by 578%. Imagine, this is the growth rate of Bitcoin, but it happened over 3 years, whereas the growth of Smart Portfolio was over 800%. And I think that my example was good to explain, to convince you how good and efficient it is. And those who are going to buy Smart Portfolio to create a well-balanced crypto portfolio, if they do it regularly and they expect or wait for the global growth of the market, they would earn these percentages as well. Both would earn, but those who actually invest in Bitcoin would earn a good percentage. But those who invest in smart portfolio would earn a very good percentage. My question to you, which percentage would you like to earn? Either good percentage or very good percentage? Put 2 in the chat if it is very good percentage, if your wish is the very good percentage. How to stop losing money while investing? There was a question. This is almost fraud because they choose the groups to invest into assets. I didn't get a question actually. So, how to stop losing money on investments? My multiple year experience, I believe over 7 years experience of investments, I know a lot of investment companies. Many started to earn and then disappeared. I studied a lot, I learned a lot, and accordingly, I made up the fundamental rules. There are actions which increase your capital, whereas there are actions which cause loss of your money. So what do you need to do to stop losing money? Firstly, change your mindset. Work with your mindset. Work to understand what money is. Money is not the most important. What is important is assets, because there are a lot of people who are obsessed with money. Obsession with money is not the right point. So you should actually be obsessed with what this money will give you. So actually, I'm ready to work for free if I know the prospects, and afterwards I would get much more. This is the change of the mindset. Secondly, what we need to do to stop losing money: learn to invest, learn how markets operate, how businesses operate, how money multiplies, how compound interest works. Then monthly make investment contributions. No matter how much money you earn, as soon as you earn something, you get your dividends, or you get your salary, or you get some money as a gift. So firstly, what you need to do, or what you need to pay for, they are not utility bills, they are not your loan, but you should invest a part of these revenues into your future. Another point: count the cost of your capital. Many people invest and they count only the passive income. After investing 10,000, he or she counts how much he will earn, 1,000, 2,000, without counting the price of the capital. Imagine, after buying an apartment, you take care of rental fees alone, and every month your apartment earns $100, but it may gain or fall in value, I mean the flat. And when you neglect the value of the asset itself, you neglect your major income. It's like a magician distracting your attention while he is doing magic. And therefore, if you do not consider the value of your capital, you may actually miss a lot of benefits. Another point is to diversify your risks. A lot of investors like diversifying in the following way. After buying 10 poorly known cryptocurrencies or launch pads, or 10 financial pyramids with the expected passive income. And it seems that the capital is diversified, but he diversified among one type, very risky assets. So the risk of financial pyramids or the risk of poorly known cryptocurrencies or stocks of the Russian businesses. If you have stocks of the Russian businesses only, you are at risk. There is crisis, and one economy is doing well, another is doing bad. So there should be diversification, not inside one type of assets, but beyond. For instance, you have cryptocurrencies, stocks of the stock market. So yes, they fall in price, but the risks are totally different. Real estate, for instance, it is very different risk-wise. Yes, there are risks, but they are different. And the last point is to follow the strategy and the discipline. So the most important point in investments is discipline, because those people who are suffering from their emotions, they actually lose their money. The second column is the points you should never do not to lose your money. You should never try to find a quick solution to problems. So a lot of people would like to have passive income very quickly. Where can I invest to feel good 1 month after? If you are in search of quick solutions, quite likely you will find a solution, but your problems, your challenges will not be addressed. Your money will be eventually lost, and you will be with the same challenge. I've never met people who are in search of quick solutions would manage to find them. It could be temporary, and afterwards they lose money trying to find another quick solution. It doesn't work this way. Another point, never look for the maximum rate of return. So many people do not analyze all the indicators of the instrument. Bank deposit. People tend to deposit money with the highest interest rate, but maybe the terms and conditions are bad. So you may not actually get your deposit back early. You could actually find a deposit with a lower interest rate, but the terms and conditions would be much more beneficial and helpful. Therefore, it's a bad decision to search for a maximum rate of return, because this may result in your money loss. So because generally when they promise the highest, in practice, they pay the least. Another point is never to invest money you borrow. Another point is invest when you trust, when you invest without due diligence. So when a person says, I can promise you that this is the credible business and you should invest, and every time when you trust and invest, unfortunately, it is a bad solution. Why? Because a person actually may make mistakes and afterwards may find a good solution, good decision, but quite opposite. Before that, no mistakes, but today he will make a mistake. So apart from your trust to someone, do your due diligence and be responsible for your assets. Another point, is to invest only where there is passive income. When people see that passive income is generated, they would invest. But when they see that after buying there is no passive income, they would never invest. So look, if you go to a bank and earn 1 or 10% as interest rate per annum, then out of 100, you would earn 110. Or if you buy the stocks of any business or cryptocurrencies, so after buying, you earn no passive income, but 1 year after, you're earning, so your capital will be, instead of 100, 200. So therefore, those who are interested in passive income only, they risk to lose money, because many financial pyramids, by the way, encourage new partners by these regular passive income accruals. And another point is to panic and to follow your emotions with a negative balance. When you are stressed by a falling price of your assets and you actually forget that the assets, its number doesn't change. The value changes, but the number doesn't change. And people feeling stressed start selling. So the asset was maintained and they had 1 Bitcoin. So 1 Bitcoin, when it costs was 60,000, and the price, today's price of 20,000, and so actually 1 Bitcoin one day would cost the same 60,000, but people feeling stressed, they risk to sell it.
So if you liked that part, give me a plus in the chat. And now we will discuss how you can make a $100,000 out of 100. I took several examples, including Bitcoin, mostly because it is most renowned instrument, but I also analyzed the stock market as well, but it's more difficult. So if you had bought $100 worth of Bitcoin in 2012, then you would have to wait for 6 years before you could sell those $100 worth of Bitcoins and get $100,000. If you had purchased Bitcoin a year later than that, then you would have to wait 7 years and sell your Bitcoin to get $100,000. So you purchased it a year later, and you would have to wait one more year. So you would have become rich only 2 years later, more. So you could purchase in 2013 Bitcoin, and then 7 years later in 2021 sell it and get your $100,000. So, and the trend is that the farther you go, the bigger the period becomes. If you purchase $100 worth of Bitcoin today at the $20,000, you would have to wait until Bitcoin costs $20 million, and it can take 10 to 20 years, or probably all 30 years. I don't know. Give me a number 20 if you believe that Bitcoin would cost 20 million per Bitcoin. So tell me if you believe it's possible that Bitcoin could cost $20 million per Bitcoin. Give me a 20 in the chat if you think it's possible. Or give me 0 if you don't think Bitcoin can cost that much. I can see 20 in the chat, lots of 20s. So in 2017, in early 2017, Bitcoin cost $1,000, and the most optimistic forecasts were $10,000. The most optimistic forecasts. Probably people thought it was fantastic. Eventually, Bitcoin cost $20,000. So nothing is really impossible. And as you can see, if you invest $100 today, you will see that the longer you wait, the longer you will have to wait afterwards to turn your $100 into $100,000. So here's another piece of statistics. If in 2015 you simply bought Bitcoin for $100 or $100 worth of Bitcoin, then today you would have $7,000, 6,859. So from 2015 to 2022, 7 years have passed. So from $100, you would have almost $7,000. And most importantly, if you hadn't just bought $100 worth of Bitcoin and waited, but if systematically on a monthly basis you invested $100 every month from August 2015 to October 2022, you would have invested $8,700 to purchase Bitcoin. You would have 5.3 Bitcoin, and today your capital would be more than $100,000. Again, if every month, starting from 2015, had invested $100 periodically into purchasing crypto, you would have spent $8,700 and would have 100,000 today. So give me a 100,000 in the chat if you would like to have a $100,000 today. To whom $100,000 would be of great help? Tell us in the chat if you would be okay with having $100,000 in such a times of crisis. Because let me stress it that in 2015, it wasn't like a crisis, but it wasn't an easy time. So I see lots of feedback. Thank you. So only by making systematic investment contributions to your portfolio can help you create good investment capital. And you're doing it not in 1-2 days, but in 3-4-5 years. So if you want to become rich in 3 years, then you have to learn how to invest correctly. But here you don't have to make any specific in 2015 you wouldn't need any specific knowledge. You would just invest $100 every month and get $102,000 7 years later without any efforts. So you can see the chart from 2017 until today. You can see that there was a peak in 2017. It was hype growth, and then there was a long correction for more than 3 years. The market was in this winter state. From $3,000 to $10,000, Bitcoin went up and down, and people couldn't understand what's going on. So that period can be used to accumulate your assets if within 3 years systematically. So for 3 or 4 years systematically every month from every salary, from every income, I bought and bought. And then when Bitcoin went to a new level as a green zone, this is the zone to take profit, profit taking zone. And then where you can start gradually selling. In the red zone, you purchase for $100, for $1,000, and in the green zone, you start selling, but not right away, everything. Bit by bit, systematically, you sell, then you accumulate other things like cash and other types of investments or assets. Let's go to the next slide. Right now, as you can see, we are in a similar situation. We are again in yet another cycle. Right now is the time to accumulate. And the question is, to accumulate what? Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin won't grow as it used to be because it's renowned, it's heavy. Altcoins, what kind of altcoins? Ethereum, BNB? But can you guarantee that BNB will still exist in 3-4-5 years? What other cryptocurrencies except those? Do you know what cryptos in 2025 will be in the top 10 cryptos? Can anyone give me the top 10 of cryptos in 2025? Give it me the list, the top 10 in the chat. If you're sure, if you know what top 10 cryptocurrencies are going to be in 2025. Tell me in the chat if you do, if you know, or tell me in the chat if you would like to have in 2025 top 10 cryptocurrencies. Anyone knows? If you don't, give me a minus in the chat. Or 0. Or someone says CRU, UNTB, WCRU, our partners probably who support those tokens. If they are in the top, okay, but those are only 3 coins at Bitcoin and Ethereum, but there are other 5 coins to be added to the top 10. Can anyone tell me what kind of top coins are going to be in 2025? Someone says Avalanche, Solana, Cosmos, Matic, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, 7 more. Oh, 7, 3 more. And where is the guarantee that Avalanche Solana will be there, since it doesn't work on days off? Solana, Cosmos, Matic, Dot. Well, there are no guarantees. But before Dot appeared, there was another top 10. Where are they now? Probably they will be replaced by more modern blockchains. Yes, it's a cool blockchain, set of blockchains, technologies, and right now they're in the top. But do you think a new crypto can appear today that will surpass even Binance or an exchange? Can that company start today and in 3-5 years become better than anything else in the market? Yes, it can. So the answer to the question, what the top 20 or 10 cryptocurrencies in 2025 will be, is smart portfolio. Because by having funds on your exchange balance account and by connecting through the API smart portfolio to that account, you will be able to put together a top ranking balanced cryptocurrency portfolio. If Avalanche, Solana, Cosmos, and Matic are there in the top, then they will be in the top in your portfolio. And if other coins become in the top, then they will be replaced with those other coins, and you won't have to spend time on analysis or researching the market, going through like tons of material, what's going to happen, trying to predict. All you have to do is to make your systematic investment contributions and accumulate. And smart portfolio will be balancing and making sure that your portfolio is as effective as possible. Let's go to the next slide. It doesn't mean that you have to invest only in smart portfolio. For example, if you have a portfolio up to $1 million and you would like to allocate it across crypto, then you can do this. You can invest 30% in Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and put it into a decentralized platforms like Trust Wallet, etc. 30% will be invested into a smart portfolio centralized platform from top 50 to top 100. Also, 30% can go into WCRU, UNTB, FNT, EvoSend, BobC, Dragon Man is about to come out, NFT. So you can create a whole portfolio. And then 10% can go into other little known, riskier tokens. But if you have to allocate more than $1 million, like $5-10 million, you have a huge portfolio. It's quite a risky thing to keep it everything in one crypto portfolio. In this case, you can buy shares, cryptocurrencies, real estate, other assets like antiques, endowment life insurance, business equity participation. So you don't have to invest everything into crypto. This is a classical example, 30, 30, 30, 10, or you can balance it in a different way. So this kind of portfolio, which allow you in long term get $100,000 after $100. So what needs to be done in order to have this wonderful product as smart portfolio? You will have to set up a Binance or Huobi account, top up that account with $600 or more. The more money you have on your account, like 10,000, 100,000, smart portfolio will allocate that money across top cryptocurrencies. Next, you create your API keys for management, and in the WCRU UGPay back office, you register if you haven't yet, and in that back office, WCRU UGPay, you purchase the license, and the 1 year license currently costs 300 USDT, which is less than $1 per month because it's a 1 year license, and every 7 days, Smart Portfolio will rebalance your portfolio. So it's like up to $5 per week, less than $5 per week. So for $5, the Smart Portfolio will put together a Smart Portfolio, rebalance it, and then keep rebalancing it. And it will cost only $5 per week. Can you find a specialist who will be analyzing the top 100 currencies for $5 a week? I don't think you will find such a specialist. So come to our webinars. The instructions are on the YouTube channel of the Cryptounit blockchain. Let's go to the next slide, please. And here we have the prices of Smart Portfolio. For 1 year is $295 plus $5 the commission fee for depositing. For 2 years it's $495. For those who already purchased Smart Portfolio from 2021, for early buyers, early birds, we have a special offer for 5 years. You will pay only $295 and use this product for 1 year. And you will have access to indexes I30, I50, I100 cryptocurrencies, basic portfolio management strategy, balancing 7, 14, 21, 30 days, and you will have to have this much money on your Binance or Huobi accounts for different indexes, different amounts. The more you deposit, the better the outcome. If you put $2,000 and the portfolio grows by 10%, you get $200 out of your $2,000. If you have $20,000, then 10% of it is $2,000. So $200 and $2,000. The more you want to get, the bigger your starting portfolio should be. And Smart Portfolio will put it together better than simply investing into Bitcoin. Well, in mechanical terms, it's quite simple. You put all the money on your exchange, and then you can purchase Smart Portfolio directly from your exchange by moving money to your back office, and the remaining amount will be kept on your account, and the Smart Portfolio will manage it. If you have already units in your back office in CRU EvoSend or EvoReach, or you have funds in the Global Unit Pay, you can withdraw money to the Global Unit Pay, purchase Bitcoin or Ethereum there, or top up the exchange with your bank card, or directly make a payment from Global Unit Pay and purchase Smart Portfolio. I hope that this whole diagram is clear. Let's go to the next slide. If you still have questions, please ask your questions. Use this QR code. We will make sure to answer all of your questions. And I hope today's webinar was useful to you, valuable to you. Please give me a score from 1 to 10, whether you learned anything new today. Tell me if you liked our today's webinar, if there was anything useful to it, if you learned anything new. Okay, I hope that now you know how Smart Portfolio works. Do you have, please give me a plus in the chat if you don't have a Smart Portfolio and you would like to buy it. Or tell us what prevents you from making this decision. Probably you need some additional information, or tell us if you would like to purchase this instrument. Give us some feedback in the chat. And I see a question. I'm going to have it translated first. Okay, Smart Portfolio. So it says you need like $100. So I don't really understand the question. I don't know what that person means. Okay, then. Someone says, yes, I would like to. Oh, well done. So here's the deal. For those who purchased it, we have a separate chat where we talk about news, we give recommendations for what happens, how to proceed. We have quite a lot of webinars on recorded. Also, I will be quite thankful if those people who would like to become speakers in their respective languages, we need them. People who know how this instrument works and are ready to make money on the sale of those licenses, those who are ready to conduct webinars and popularize this product, well, naturally, not for free, then we are ready to consider the candidates and hire people who would like to promote it. Because I'm sure that people who right now create their own cryptocurrency portfolio in the near future, within 1, 2, 3 years, will, when another growth in the market happens, will make quite a lot of money. All you have to do is to be disciplined, and smart portfolio will save you a lot of time on creating this portfolio. And I quite enjoy this instrument because I don't have to go through tons of information before I understand whether I should take this information to my portfolio or not. I just have my smart portfolio. I know that I deposit money on my account, exchange account. All I have to do is to observe the overall growth in the market, see what happens in the market, which is way easier than simply observe each separate coin. Right now, it's quite clear. Crisis, we wait. When the market reverses its trend and everything starts growing, that's when we're going to open our portfolio and see by how much it grew, and then we'll start counting our profits. So as far as the support is concerned, I heard you guys. In the back office, we have a button, learn more. So it's there in your language, lots of webinars explaining how it works. And then there are different instructions there that we'll have to update. We have to update them all. We will develop this product, and we will help you create capital here and now with 100% liquid capital that guarantees you increase in price in the near future as soon as the market reverses. If you did everything wrong, systematically created your portfolio, I'm sure by 100% confidence that smart portfolio will allow you put together a quality cryptocurrency portfolio and you will be satisfied.
So this is YouTube channel, Cryptounit blockchain. There are a lot of manuals, webinars with all the recordings. I run weekly overviews in Russian, and therefore, if you want the same in your language, so to do the same in your language, so I will be very pleased and looking forward to meeting you for this purpose. So you can find my contact details in our chats. So simply add and my nick, and then actually we will be in touch. So please do it this way. Simply mention me in our common chat and I will see it that you need my attention. Okay, so I wish you all to stay in good health, be happy. And now let's thank our interpreters by giving fives in our chat boxes, because their interpretation affects how good you understand me. Thank you very much, dear friends. I wish you all good luck and all the best. Bye.